Okay, everyone. Hi, good evening. Same rules apply. Before you ask a question, state your full name and the organization you represent. I will just make some brief comments on the CMC, the Cadre Members Conference. We had a good showing of individuals who were ready to stand up and be members of the CEC. It was a good election, and I'm very pleased with the outcome. So that team, as the media would know, who its members are, will lead the party for the next 2 years by virtue of their presence on the CEC. Now, we haven't decided any appointments as yet, so that will happen after the first meeting in all likelihood. And that's all I have to say for the CMC. So unless Chair has something to add, I will take your questions.
I'm Ken from China. Can I ask, is there any challenges for the position just now?
For which position, sir? For at the members' conference, at the Cadre members' conference? No, there was no challenge. I didn't hear you.
Claudia from CNN. Just want to ask, what is your response, or how will you reassure the public or the unhappy cadres that you are still taking the spot even after the conviction?
You are still what, sorry?
Taking the spot of Secretary even after.
I did. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're still taking the spot of Secretary even after the conviction. How will you reassure?
Well, I mean, that's a decision that the cadres made by way of their vote, so we respect that decision.
Or the unhappy cadres, how do you?
Well, I would frame it differently. They called for the meeting, and I think I have to share that they followed what cadres are allowed to do under our constitution, and we respect that process. Of course, the petitioners asked for a vote. The chair of the meeting agreed, and there was a vote. And I mean, one has to. I'm quite sure they respect the democratic process, as we all do. And the decision was what the cadres decided it ought to be.
Hi. I'm Nancy from SK. Can I check what would the WP be doing about the LO position since it's been left empty?
There's no change. The LO position is not something that we determine or decide. The operation of our political system is such that it's the Prime Minister who makes the decision, and I believe he's already made his decision.
Susanna from Australian Daily News here.
Hi, Susanna.
Could you give us a sense of, from your point of view, how is the dynamics and the atmosphere for these two sessions of the meeting?
Well, I have to share, as much as the media sometimes makes it look very dramatic, and I understand that, it was a normal CMC. I've been through a couple of these. That's the CMC. The special conference, I think it was a very professionally run meeting chaired by Mr. Gerald Giam, and I thank him for his excellent work in chairing the meeting. So there were some prayers of the petitioners, and we dealt with it.
Abigail from CNN Digital here.
Hi, Abigail.
Can I ask, does the party consider this matter resolved after the CMC and today's election, as well as how's the party closing ranks after this?
Well, this was, as you know, we're referring to the special Cadre Members Conference. Yeah, so the Cadre Members Conference had a specific purpose, and that was dealt with. The CMC, of course, is something we hold every 2 years, and we determine who the leaders of the party are going to be, right up from the chair to the SG and to all the other council members. So that went normally. I mean, it wasn't anything unusual, if I can put it that way.
And how's the party closing ranks?
Well, the party understands that its purpose is to behave in a rational and responsible way and represent Singaporeans faithfully. And if we want to continue to do that, I think we have to close ranks, as any reasonable and respectable political party ought to do.
Jane from SNU, can I ask what the vote share, or rather, even if you ran unopposed, do cadres still have to vote? And if yes, what was the vote share?
Repeat the question, sorry?
Do cadres still have to vote for you even if you run unopposed? And
Yes. Okay. So if there's no challenger, then what are you voting for? So it's no, you don't even vote. There's no one else nominated. So the individual who's nominated essentially becomes or takes the appointment that is in the. Obviously, I can't, but I believe the chair of the Special Cadre Members Conference, Mr. Gerald Giam, answered that question.
Well, we are not going to the exact number of the votes. Can we get
yes, you
how
are.
many percent? How many percent?
Well, I believe he said more than a supermajority. So
we don't understand the supermajority. Is that over 70%?
very good. I'm happy you don't understand what a supermajority is. From a parliamentary perspective, you should get some idea what a supermajority means.
So we can follow the
Sure. Yes, you can. Yes.
Hi, Isabel from Bloomberg. Yes.
Hi, Isabel.
Moving forward, what's the party's objectives?
I think nothing has changed for us. So we continue to move forward as a party that wants to give Singaporeans a serious choice, and also a party that wants to provide some important, critical, I would say, political balance in Singapore in a rational and responsible way, and in a way that makes Singapore stronger. And I think we are stronger as a country with a good opposition party in Parliament.
Kayang here from Sao. I have a question regarding Ms Sylvia Lim's candidate. So, were there any challenges to you, and if there was, what were the challenges?
As you know, we don't comment on these things, But of course, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge that I've been the party chair for 23 years now, and we're very conscious of the fact that leadership renewal is very critical to the organization. So we have been working at that. So hopefully, in next media conferences, you will see someone else here. But since the cadres gave me their vote of confidence this time, I'm going to do my best to do my role. And the other thing to note is that next year WP turns 70 years old actually, so it's quite a significant milestone. So please stay tuned. We will have some more news about the party.
May I ask one last question? I think it was mentioned in Parliament before that there's still some unfinished business regarding Sylvia and also Mr Faisal Madab. So is the party doing anything with regard to that in relation to the Raisa?
No, I understand that, but that's not a party matter, that's a parliamentary matter. So I don't think in our capacity here we can say anything about it.
Going from Rashid, so after a whole day where votes and then your position was challenged, how are you feeling now? What's your immediate focus moving forward?
Well, not sure it's correct to say my position was challenged. I mean, there was a petition and it was a reflection of how we do things in the party. And I think it's important for us to speak what's on our mind, share our views, and that's what the party did. And this is how the party operates. So we do our best to ensure that we are a strong proposition for Singaporeans to think about.
Jean from TLC.
Sorry?
Jean from TLC.
Jean, hi Jean.
So, we are going to continue to hear from the government and also the press that the Workers' Party is led by Mr.
Yes.
Raya.
Yes.
How are you going to address, what would you like to say to the public?
Sure. Thank you for that question. So, I have put up all the relevant statements that I've made in Parliament on this matter on my public website, pritamsingh.sg. So, my position doesn't change from what I've said there. So, that would be where I would direct my response to, insofar as those questions are concerned. Yes. I didn't hear your name, sorry. Hi, Laifong. So, firstly, on the first question, what am I going to say to the 25? The message to them? Well, that's an internal party matter, so I would leave it at that. On the second question, how you intend? Well, I think based on the vote of the Special Cadre Members Conference, I would say the party is pretty united. 2 more questions, please. Okay.
So how many new faces in the
you will get a press statement, and the press statement has been released, so I think you can take a reference from there.
Thank you
Last
very
one?
much.
Anyone? Okay, if not, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Have a
Thank
pleasant
you.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.